Hello? Hello? I think we are back. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Can you come to Ijebu? I got damp. Yes, we can come to Ijebu. So Ijebu de Ijebu Gbo, we can come there. So we can come there. Just send me a DM. I'll respond to you. Okay. Okay, I was saying something before the live went off. So I was saying something. So if you're somebody that has dampness on your decking, this is what you need to do. If you're somebody that has dampness on your decking, do not apply waterproof material on that. This is what you need to do. You see, decking, your ceiling is not somewhere you can apply waterproof material on. Most ceiling, especially nowadays, are POP ceiling, and you applying waterproof material there, it will not even stick and it will not work. So but what should you do? But do this instead. So what you need to do is to go upstairs on that decking, go upstairs the other side at the top of your own place. That is where you need to apply the waterproof material. So and this can be like the first thing you need to do is to know the source of the water. In most cases, if you don't have any room above you and you have rainwater pouring directly on the decking, it so it's a problem. And what you need to do is apply waterproof material there. But because all this waterproof material, most of them are not UV resistant, that means they cannot withstand sun. If you put them too long in the sun, it will reduce their ability to waterproof the surface. So what you now need to do in that case, if there's no floor above you, apply the waterproof material, Kosatuke crystal coat or any other one, apply it, and now you put a tiles above that place, or you use something to cover it so that the sun will not get in direct contact with it. Yes, water can get in contact with it and it will waterproof the place, but sun is not good for them. So after doing that, you come back to your place, get chemicals like a top mold defense. Why? Because there's most likelihood that water has already penetrated that particular place and mold is already growing there. So you apply a top mold defense, kill all the mold on that place, apply a primer, and then you repaint that place, so you won't have that problem again. But if your own case is that water is coming in from that place but a neighbor is above you, it means probably their bathroom is not well waterproof, or they have leakage in their bathroom. So what you need to do in that case is to also either, if it is the fact that it's a leakage they have, just block the leakage. You don't really need to use waterproof material. Block the leakage. Once you block the leakage, then you can now come to your own side, apply a top mold defense to kill the mold on your own pop, and then apply primer and repaint. So that's what you need to do. But if it is the fact that their own bathroom is not well waterproof, you need to remove the tiles, apply Costa 2K crystal coat or any other waterproof material, and then you retile their place back and come back to your place. You do the same thing, apply a top mold defense to kill all the mold, and then you repaint your place. So that is what you need to do. You don't have to apply waterproof in your own ceiling. No, it will not work. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Durable Homes, thank you very much for the for that. Cool Evans, thank you for the comments. Can you come to okay, I think I've answered that. So let's go to the next question that people are asking. Okay. If you want to use a top mode defense, how long should you wait? If you want to use a top mode defense to kill mold in your place, how long should you wait before coming inside? The answer is 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you can come inside, you can come back inside, and then you won't have any issue. You see, most chemicals that you put on your wall, whether it's for killing mosquito or any other thing, they are dangerous to your health. But this particular one does not contain ash chemical. Within 30 minutes, just make sure you open all the window, you can come back into your room and start living normally. So that is why a top that will start dusting into the air, no, it doesn't do that. All it does is it will kill all the mold on that particular place, and it will not let them scatter everywhere in the room. So you are safe to enter even after 30 minutes. So just apply it there, leave it for 30 minutes, and then you can even come back, and once the surface is dry, you can even repaint your place without any issue. So thank you to everybody, guys. Let's double tap on the screen. Let's double tap on the screen. Let's share the live. Let's share the live. Let's share the live. Let's double tap on the screen. We have few minutes to use on this particular live. So let's double tap on the screen. If you have any question on mode on damp nourishment, please leave it in the chat. You can even message me on WhatsApp. That's my WhatsApp number 090435755896. Yes, you can use a primer on your wall, and then you still see an alkali attack. Okay, that you use a primer on your wall does not mean you will get a perfect finish. So this is what you need to do. So most people think, okay, after using primer on their wall, they won't have and then they paint, they won't have any problem on that wall again. That's a lie. Oh, so listen very carefully, because each primer has the work it serves. So for example, if you are using cement screed, or you are painting, you want to paint on an empty cement wall, so don't use anyhow primer. Why? What you need is an alkali resisting primer. So there are certain primer they call alkali resisting primer. So that is what you need to use. But if you can't find that, this is an alternative that I've used that has worked for me. Get a silicone based primer. So we have that. Get a silicone based primer. If you can't get alkali resisting primer, get a silicone based primer. So use those primer on the wall, and then you paint, especially when you are using cement screed, or you are painting on a fresh cement plastered wall. So with that, you won't have alkali attack. Again, another way you might see that, okay, you've used primer but you are still having issue on your wall, is if there's stain on that wall and you just use ordinary, like average primer, it will not block the stain, and then after you paint, you start seeing that the stain that was on the wall is still showing on top of your paint. So what you need to get is a stain blocking primer, or you get an undercoat primer like this one. This particular one is called an undercoat primer. It can block stain to some extent, but if you can't get it, so you can also get a stain blocking primer. So those are what you need to actually get things right. So it doesn't mean that you use primer. If you use the wrong primer, you still get the wrong result. So guys, let's double tap on the screen. Not one but okay. Thank you very much for joining again. You've been amazing. Thank you very much. Primer. I think we've answered primer question. That was an interesting one. Because the person was saying I used primer on wall before using the finishing paints. Alkali still alkali attack still attack the wall. So that was why I said let me answer that. So if you want to use a top mode defense, should you use the towel to actually clean the wall? Should you wipe the wall after applying a top mode defense? The answer is yes and no. Now the reason you might want to wipe the wall is if the stain on the wall is still moderate, like it's not thick, you can just wipe it off and then the stain will leave. But if it is a stain that is very thick, or is even much, if you say you start cleaning it will take time. Just leave it. Just the work of the mold defense is to kill the mold, so it will help you kill the mold. Once you kill it, you can repaint your place, and then you won't have mold issue there again. again, as long as you have stopped the water, the source of the water that's causing the wall to wet in the first place. Yes, you don't really necessarily need to clean the surface, because wiping a large area can be very very stressful. But if it's just small area, apply a top mode defense, then wipe it off, and then you are good to go. So our top mode defense is 40,000 naira. If you need it, send us a DM. Send us a DM. We are sending one to Abuja. This, though I'm still waiting for the customer to send the details. Do we scrub? I want home delivery. Okay, so how's this one doing? So if you have a old house, here is the best paint you can use that will make people go, wow, did they just build this house? So the best paint you can use, even if they have painted that place before, and you even if they have painted that place before, is weathermask paint. You see, weathermask paint has the tendency to make your place look bright and new. Like, for anybody, if you are painting old house, trust me, use weathermask paint, especially when you choose the right color. Nowadays we all know that white and gray, most people like it. Yes, if you want to go with that with weathermask, it's very beautiful. But if you are creative, you can also go with colors like off white and chocolate, off white and hazel brown, different type of combination. Trust me, you will really enjoy that particular paint. Why? Because weathermask is built for that, especially because you are not even doing screening again. You just want something that will make the place look beautiful. Go with weathermask paints. Hi, cloth seller in Lagos Island, thank you very much for the comments. If you have any question about mode, about painting your house, leave it in the chat. Once you use Costa 2K, you don't use it. So after using Costa 2K, do you still need to use waterproof cement? The answer is no. Costa 2K itself is a type of waterproof material. So using it already satisfy that you won't have water disturbing that wall again. So you buying waterproof cement or any waterproof thing again is a waste of money. So what you can do to get the best result is to combine Costa 2K and Crystal Coat. Why? Both of them, yes, they are both waterproof material, but they are made of different material. So for example, the crystal coat is a crystalline material that help you solidify your block itself, while Costa 2K is a cementitious material that will help you prevent water from entering, like leaving the block and then affecting the plaster on your wall. So using the two together is just like two-factor authentication on your wall. So this is what you need to do. You don't need to buy any other waterproof material after using Costa 2K. So if you want to place order for any of these products, send us a DM or send us message on WhatsApp. So best color for the room, you can use any color that you want, most especially light colors. Should you treat dampness first before painting? So should you treat dampness before painting, or should you paint after treating dampness? The answer is treat dampness before you paint. Why? Because if you say you want to paint first and then treat dampness, it means all those places you are treating dampness, you have to repaint them again. Why? Because for most damp treatments, the best way to do them is to remove the paint and even the plaster in most cases. So because in most cases, so after removing the plaster, you apply waterproof material, you replaster the place and you repaint the place. So it's best that, okay, if you have not painted your place before, do the waterproofing first, do the damp treatments first, and then after that, after you replaster the place, rescrew the place, then you can now paint everywhere. So which is what we are currently doing for one of our customers. Because why that? Because that way you won't have to be saying, oh, this painting is not good, this color is not the same as the last color. Different issues that might even occur. So thank you. Okay, best color for your room. Just use light colors. Use light colors. You use white, brown, white, off white, warm white, beige. Different colors that you can use. So the different colors that you can use. Should you? Okay, I think we've answered this. Let me see. If water is disturbing your wall, don't. Okay. If water is disturbing your wall, don't do stucco, especially when you see that paint is peeling on that wall. If you do stucco on that wall and you believe that the stucco will stop the water from affecting it, swear you just waste that money. You see, the best thing to do if you have water affecting your wall is to apply waterproof materials like Costa 2K, Crystal Coat, and other waterproof material. And the best way to apply them is to remove the plaster, apply those waterproof material, replaster the surface, and then you rescreed the place, and then you can use whatever paints you want to use. You see, stucco, tyroline, graffites, they don't stop water. If you use them, you are going to regret it. In fact, a lot of people have been sending me where they use tyroline, where they use stucco, where they use graffites, that water is still disturbing, like ice, like I've seen those cases. So don't try to waste your money, because other people have done it and then it doesn't work for them. So why will it work for you? So always try to get waterproof material. No paints can stop water from affecting your wall. So if you have any question, leave it in the chat. If you have any question, leave it in the chat. Let's check YouTube. Do you have any question? Thank you to everybody who is watching on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who is watching on TikTok, guys. Let's up top on the screen. If you have any question, leave it in the chat. Leave it in the chat. If you have any question, leave it in the chat. I think, how many minutes have we spent on this live? There's no way to know. There's no way to know. Okay, like 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Like 20 minutes. Okay. Okay. Somebody say, how can you apply Costa 2K before installing tiles? The best way to apply Costa 2K and Crystal Coat before installing tiles is you clean the floor just the same way you do on your wall. You clean the floor, you wet the wall, the floor. Why? Because all this waterproof material, they love water. If they did not see water, they will be complaining. So wet the floor first. After you have dust all the dust on the floor, wet it very well, and after that you can now put your Crystal Coat first and then put your Costa 2K. Once it's dry, now let's say you want to do the flooring of the place, you can do the flooring itself, or you can even put your tiles over that particular place, so that way you won't have any water issue there again. So that is the proper way to apply Costa 2K or Crystal Coat or any other waterproof material on your floor. Clean the surface, wet it very well, and then you apply your waterproof material before you now put your tiles over them. They love putting tiles over them. Okay. If mold is disturbing your wall, a top mold defense is what you need to use. It will not clean stain. No, I have not told anyone it will clean stain. What a top mold defense will do is it will kill the mold. It will kill the mold, but it will not necessarily remove the stain. But it comes with this kit. This kit that you can use. You can see from the kit you have towels. You have towels, two sets of two towels, and the work of this towel is for you to use to clean those surface. But it is not all the surfaces that you use it for that it will clean. There are some mold that has been on that wall for a very long time that just cleaning it might not work. So in that case, you might need to repaint your surface, because I see a lot of people buy a top mode defense and then they'll be like, this stain is not cleaning. No, it does not clean stain. It will kill the mold. It will kill the mold, because mold is causing you physical health damage that you don't really know. So that is what a top mode defense is meant for. But if it is a mode that's just getting there like 2 months, 3 months, it has not really discolored the wall very well. It has not really entered the wall very well. Yes, you can use the towel that comes with the mode defense and use it to wipe it clean, and then you have a clean surface. So we will be to anywhere: Owerri, Enugu, Abuja, Port Harcourt. Yeah, okay. Somebody say, what should I do after treating mold with a top mode defense and then it comes back? So what you need to do is apply a top mode defense again. And the reason you are saying mold again is because you did not stop the water source. That is the what, like, mold you are seeing on the wall is caused by water leaking in a place, whether it's maybe from your bathroom or it's leaking from the foundation of the house. So if you did not block the leakage, the water will come back, and as long as there's water, mold will come. They will come and visit you. But when they come, you can always kill them. But the best thing to solve that completely is to cut the water. Like maybe there's a leakage, block the leakage. Maybe a tap is leaking, your tiles is not properly laid, you are having leakage around the drain in one bathroom that's causing that. And if it is from your foundation, try to manually install DPC, or you temporarily you can get waterproof material to waterproof the wall so that the mold will not come back. But if you need something that you can just be using to kill mold when anytime it's coming back, that is when a top mold defense is. Or maybe you have blocked the leakage now, but you still have the mold on the wall, get a top mold defense. And it's for those of you that wants to use waterproof material, don't just go and use waterproof material. There's one particular chemical that you need to get before applying waterproof material. Why? Because most walls that you want to treat water on them already has mold, and for you, whether you're a worker or you are the owner of the house, or you want to treat that dampness, know that mold could have been growing on that wall, and immediately you start chipping that wall, the mold will start coming to the hair and then entering your lung, which will cause you another problem. So instead of that, get a top mold defense, use it to spray everywhere first before you start removing plaster. It's very very important. We went to do one work around the VGC, and then the customer was telling me that there's a lot of mold on the wall, and we were like, when I got there, I could not even breathe like normal breathing like this. I said immediately I entered that room, I said something was wrong, so I have to use nose mask and we have to apply a top mode defense, and we wait for some time before we can even say we want to start chipping the wall to treat water. Thank God we were able to solve that particular issue for that customer, and the customer did not have that issue again. Why? Because the customer had his grandchildren coming in for the holidays, and she cannot get those children to sleep in that room, so we have to quickly solve it for her, and she was very happy. So if you want to treat dampness, you are a painter, you are a bricklayer, don't go and say I mean know how to do it. Disinfect the place first before you start having health issue, because don go and help people, other people solve their problem, and then you increase your own problem. It's not good. Get a top mode defense first, spray it on those walls first, kill all the mold first before you start chipping the wall. It's very good. That's the best thing for you to do. Don't risk it, don't risk your life. So I think that answers that question. So the best screening. The best screening for your exterior wall is cement screed or putty screed. These two particular screening are built for ruggedity, and which is what you need on the exterior part of your house. So but when you use cement screed especially, make sure you use a primer. Use an alkali resisting primer, but if you cannot get an alkali resisting primer, get a silicone based primer. So use any of the two, you will be fine, because if you did not use all this primer before after you use cement screed particularly, you will get alkali attack. It will look as if they pour and then you go and paint, you get alkali attack. It will look as if they pour omi garri, like garri water on the wall, and then you see all those mark on the wall after, even though after you've painted the wall. No matter the type of paint you use, whether they say the paint 1 million, alkali attack does not care. So